Hey, this is Anonymous T. This is my backup channel, Anonymous T podcast, to my main channel, Anonymous T. If you haven't already, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. In this particular video, we are talking, part of the reason that I am at my backup channel is because the peanut gallery is back. The least like mom, who's not even on the show anymore, is back. And for some reason, seems to think that they have the power to just sue people if you do not agree with what they say. That they're just going to silence you or threaten to kill you. No. Here's the thing. First of all, you're not even on the show, number one. So what are you suing for exactly? Number two, you can't sue for somebody having an opinion. You can't just sue because you don't like what somebody said. This isn't a Tasha K situation where she flat out is interviewing people that are flat out lying on Cardi B with receipts that can refute everything that was said that was defamatory and slanderous. Nobody is defaming or slandering anybody. You're upset because you guys do not have fans. You guys are upset because you are pocket watching Melody Cherie Rogers, and you were upset that you and the other castmates had been on all these seasons. You guys started with Melody Cherie Rogers, and you have nothing to show for it. And here's the biggest thing, right? Here's the biggest thing. There are people who do not like you that also don't like Mel, that also do not identify themselves as millimeters. That specifically may like a couple people, or maybe they don't like anybody, right? But this notion, and other fan bases, larger fan bases do this too. Shout out to the Beehive. No shade, but shade. This notion that if you have a strong opinion or a strong critique against somebody, if you are calling out that you do not like their behavior, if you are calling out that they are not being held accountable, if you are calling out that the show is protecting certain people, and you're seeing a completely different person off screen that is threatening you, that is telling people to jump off a bridge, and that is telling people that go to your platform that if they come to where you live, you're going to bury them, and you got KILLERS to take care of them. That has nothing to do with us. That's not us, that is you. We are not the problem. If you are turning off people who aren't even fans of Mel, that should tell you everything that you need to know. But see, the problem is you guys have decided that nobody's going to talk about you unless you do bash Mel. Nobody is going to discuss you unless you somehow insert Mel. So now your whole livelihood revolves around Mel. And now you're so triggered because anybody that casts smoke for you on your platform, you want to just blame it all on Mel and just make it seem as though Mel is the reason for everything. But I thought Mel was the issue, right? I thought Mel didn't have any friends. I thought Mel didn't have any supporters. I thought Mel didn't have any businesses. I thought she just sold t-shirts down the street. That's what you guys said. So if Mel doesn't have all these things, why are you pressed? Oh, because that was a lie. Just like all of the other lies. And so liars are trying to sue content creators. Make it make sense. People who are threatening other people's lives are now suing and crying wolf. Can you make it make sense to me? Here's this thing, this notion where we're going to get on this earth, and the entire duration you're here on this earth, everybody is going to like you. It is a crap. Like, are we serious? I don't care how nice you are. I don't care how good-hearted you are. I don't care how personable you are, how humble you are. All of these positive, glowing things. There is always at least one person who isn't going to see it for you, and there is nothing that you can say or do to convince that person otherwise. Whether it is their preconceived notions about you, or they just don't want to like you for whatever reason, right? Or like whatever. But it's not personal. That's the thing. You signed up and your family signed up to be on a reality TV show, not us. We're not on the show. But without us reacting to this show would not be the #1 show on the OWN network. This show would have been done a long time ago, a couple seasons ago. But thanks to the Love and Marriage Huntsville bloggers, we are keeping food on your table. And for some reason, you are very much determined to not have any food on your table. You are very much determined to be at the unemployment line. And I don't know why. I don't know why you want to have your daughter and your son-in-law also be at the unemployment line and also going back to picking up popcorn off the floor at the movie theaters. But maybe this time they'll upgrade and work at Cinemark. Like, make it make sense. You're wrong. You're upset at the wrong person. You're upset at the wrong people. We are not the producers of the show. We are not in control of what goes on in the episode. We are not there on set filming the scenes with you. Or no. I'm sorry, not you. Your relative, right? That's not us. Your issue needs to be with production, with the OWN network, if you're not happy of what's being displayed on the television, because that has nothing to do with us. And again, why is it okay for you guys to say the most slanderous, defamatory things about somebody who doesn't even acknowledge you? About somebody who doesn't even say your name? About somebody who has a million other things going on in their lives and is not thinking or pressed about you. But you have made it your entire mission ever since being a part of this show, whether you were briefly on the show or now sitting back from the sidelines as a fan like Stormy's mom did prior to her being on the show and your replacement. Doing all this foolishness on social media, trying to flip the narrative, trying to get instructions from the rest of the peanut gallery on how to direct this and how to just blame Mel for everything. It's getting old. It's getting tired. People are tired. If you showed your real lives, we would be talking about that. If you showed what you really had going on, we would be discussing that. If you were open and honest and being like, listen, I filed for bankruptcy. Listen, I've got a lawsuit that, somebody's suing me because I, stole from them. I'm trying to get myself together. I'm trying to get in rehab. I'm trying to control my anger management. I'm trying to stop cheating on my spouses with randoms. I got a vasectomy so that there's not any outside babies potentially, like with what Martell did, right? If you kept that level of transparency, we'd be like, all right, fine. You kept it a buck. Do we agree with your lifestyle? No. But you kept it a buck at least. That is why, certain people who are villains on this reality shows, certain people still have a large fan base, even if they're a villain, because if they're at least transparent about their behavior, about their foolishness, people are still going to tune in for them because they're not being conned. But the problem is when you con us and we find out that you lied to us and that you are hiding all these skeletons and you're lying about whether or not your business is open and you're lying about all of these other alleged businesses that don't exist and literally copying other people's business plans to pass off as your own and now try to, make up a tour out of it. That is where people have issues. Because that's not being transparent, that's not being genuine, that is not what entrepreneurship is. So until people be transparent, you're going to continue to have people that is going to call you and the rest of the peanut gallery out. Tell people the truth on the show, on a show that is supposed to be a reality show. Stop faking scenes, stop faking storylines, stop hiding behind Mel every single season and what Mel does or doesn't having going on. And if it is true that you are blaming whatever your latest problem in your head is with Mel on the millimeters, that's even low for you guys. Because all you are confirming is that you sit there all day and you watch us. You sit there all day and you want to see what we say. You sit there all day and you are combing through the comments and people's lives to find out whether or not there is something that you can find in there that you can use in a lawsuit against them. And not just any lawsuit, but frivolous lawsuits, in hopes that is going to silence people. But now you have aggravated people who are now going to come after you because you don't seem to get it. That none of this was personal. That we are all allowed to critique, be a fan of, or support whoever we choose. If you put out something legitimate that was worth supporting, maybe you'd have fans. If you told the truth about your actual life, maybe you'd have fans. But no, it's everybody else's fault. Well, guess what? Don't be mad when you continue to have to do this foolishness and argue and threaten people, because otherwise nobody pays attention to you. So there's that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.